Let's take a live look at Capitol Hill this morning. President Trump delivered his second State of the Union address there last week before a divided Congress. So Phil Matier and I asked former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown if his address was actually a kickoff for his re-election campaign.
There is no question he did a spectacular job for him in terms of how he made the presentation for an hour and 20 minutes or whatever the amount of time was. He was very careful not to get into the wilderness of what he does at his rallies or any of those things. He went a long time on the immigration issue. He went quite a bit on the border issue, but even there he didn't offend anybody, and he was smart enough to generate applause even from his enemies.
Yeah, I mean, Duke, I gotta wonder if that was sort of part of the plan to make sure there are pictures of lots of Democrats singing and dancing and chanting USA, you know, in applauding his the things that he had to say. I thought, wow, that's a photo op.
It's just going to fire up the Democrats. I mean, if he's running on the border, if he's running on the border, do you see the Democrats going to be able to take him out or what?
No. They won't be able to get him on that because he fired up, obviously, the core group of defensive Democrats on all the old Democratic policies. He literally kept that whole group of people he needs, and those are the Democrats who don't follow that old policy. He was addressing them, not the old Democrats.
Well, I do have
okay, the Democrats somewhat gave a response. The Green Dream or the Green Deal, what's coming out of their side?
Again, now we've got this memo that lays out a series of bullet points of sort of an agenda
from one wing of the party.
From one wing of the party, and some of the stuff is for us in California looks fairly normal about cutting down emissions, but some of it is going to definitely raise some eyebrows, particularly in swing districts where Democrats just won, where they really need to hang on. Some things in there, like saying we're going to guarantee income for anyone unwilling to work, is a little interesting.
Now, that was one wing of the party. What did you think of the Democratic response, and why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because it was as if those who responded never heard the speech. They didn't say anything about the speech. If I'm Trump, I would be insulted. I spent all that time giving a speech, and you responded as if you didn't hear it, as if you didn't hear anything that I said. I wanted to drag you in to my world. Stacey Abrams did not go into Trump's world at all. Stacey Abrams stayed a candidate for the governorship of Georgia.
You know, one of the lines that I feel like has gotten the most attention was the no legislation if there's investigation line. What about that?
Well, you know, yeah, that raised a lot of eyebrows because in an otherwise, you know, sort of very presidential speech, the fact that he sort of took aim and basically threatened that the economy would suffer if he were investigated too thoroughly. It appears to appeal to some folks who support him, but Democrats are very clear. They have no intention of slowing down when it comes to trying to get his tax returns and other kinds of investigation. But that was a very Nixonian kind of line in an otherwise, you know, in a speech that otherwise I think appealed to a lot of people.